Hi, everyone. So many of you are going, what's coming next? What are we going to do next? Oh my goodness, I don't know what to expect. So let's have a conversation first. Notice you're in a circle. Why are you in a circle? You have to speak up.
It has no beginning and no ending.
The circle has no beginning or no ending. That's correct. Go ahead.
I think of the circle as continuous energy.
Continuous energy is correct. Anything else?
Well, it's infinite. It goes on and on.
It's infinite. What else?
Equality.
Say it. There's no hierarchy. Equality. We stand in circle. We sit in circle. No one above us. No one below us. No one in front of us. No one behind us. All of our voices are equal. What each one of you has to say is important. What each one of you brings is important. So I sit here in circle with you, not on stage, but among you. Because each one of you has something important to contribute. We've gone through a day, and just like an onion, we've peeled a layer. Thank you, Susan. And in the next transition, we discussed what the soul brings. Thank you, David. The soul is the gateway. It is the gateway between having a human condition and participating in the universe within. How do you see yourselves? Who is Philip? Who is Catherine? Who are you? This human condition shares and tells us infinitely of how to look at ourselves separately. What's wrong? What's different? Why I should like this and not like that. Why I should like that and not like this. But I subscribe to you that when you go through the gateway of the soul, we are human energy beings having a human condition. So I'm inviting you to look inside that energy being. Look inside the gateway of your soul. This human condition will tell you, oh, you're tall, you're short, you're big, you're little. You're this, you're that. Everything's separate. But what brings us together? What is it within us that we share in common that doesn't differentiate any one of us in this room? We all breathe. We are all love. You didn't come in this world through your mother's stomach hateful. We are all light. We all carry it. That is the light codes and the sacred frequencies of that which we are. We are all in our truth. We haven't learned the human condition to differentiate otherwise. So we stand in it. When we're hungry, we cry. When we have needs, we express them. But we don't look at this level. We don't look at what keeps us as the totality, what is our strength. And then when we come together, being in our strength. We look at what separates us, what oppresses us, what hurts us, what traumatizes us. I invite you to embark on a journey with me. A journey that allows us to look at what we are beyond that soul gateway. I ask you all to close your eyes just for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Release it. Another deep, deep breath in. And release it. I want you to envision yourself with many hats. Hats, 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 stacked on top of your head. Just envision the hats. And you're going to take off that first hat and you're going to say, I'm nobody's mother or father. I might not be anyway. You're going to take off that next hat, I'm nobody's sister or brother. I'm nobody's employer, employee. I'm nobody's daughter. Take them all off. Take all of the hats off. Take them off until there's no role left in the human condition. I am nothing. Defined by the human condition. I invite you to go into your heart space. I invite you to see the energy being that you are. Many of you are saying, where do I begin? It begins here as the energy being, because there is no story. There is no story here. I just am. I am the energy being. I am the energy presence. I am truth. I am love. I am light. I am in my I am presence. I am expansive. I am large. I am wisdom. I am intelligence. I am. Feel it. Touch it. Taste it. Smell it with the human senses, but know it beyond. I invite you to embrace the word transcendence. Transcendence. I can transcend beyond this human condition to find that which I am. Because this is what defines me. This is who I am. I am an energy being that is having a human experience, so that when I put on that role of the mother, when I put on that role of the brother, when I put on the role of the sister, auntie, uncle, that which I am, the energy being that I am, shines through those roles. This is where I begin. Not stuck in anybody's story of making, projecting, judging. I start here. And we all have aspects of personality that leads us. The jealous woman, the insecure man. But all of us have in common the courageous person. Who do you choose to lead your life? What aspect do you choose to lead you every day in life? Because if you're finding yourself wanting to change your life, this is where it begins. Change the aspect that is leading you day to day through life if it is not serving you. Change the aspect. Make a different decision. Change the pattern. Change your life. Shift your life. I'll say it again. Notice what aspect is leading you through life. And if you do not like it, shift and tell that part of you that is always leading, go to the back. I'm bringing my more courageous self forward. Shift the decisions that you're making. Don't stay in the pattern, because you'll never get a different outcome until you make a different decision. And if you make a different decision, how can you be stuck in the story? Because a different decision moves you through the story, navigates you through, whether you want to or not. shifts the pattern because you're not doing the same pattern again and again. Shifts your life. All that you need is not outside of yourself. Everything that you need is within you. Everything that you need is within you to shift your life. I invite you to open up your eyes. If you feel so inclined, I want some of you to stand on your chairs. I want some of you to lay on the floor. Pick which one appeals to you. Stand on your chair or lay on the floor. I don't care. What is it that you notice? Say it out loud.
Most people are laying down.
Okay, most people are laying down. What else do you notice?
New perspective.
New perspective. We're looking at the same center. How do you see that center? Do you? It's the same stuff, but is it a different perspective? Ah. Some of you are looking up at me. Some of you are looking down at me. Some of you chose to do eye-to-eye level. But if you shift your perspective, you shift the viewpoint. And if you shift the viewpoint, you shift how you see what is going on in your life. But you choose not to stand on the chairs. We always want to stay sitting. Sorry, ladies. It's okay. Thank you. You're looking up. You're looking down. You're looking differently. You shifted perspective. Shift the perspective again. Do anything that you want. Shift the perspective. What's different? What's different? The viewpoint. The viewpoint is different. Now, this was a simple exercise. How many times have you found yourself disgusted with something, but you haven't shifted your viewpoint? Is this something that you possess the capacity to do? It is. But why aren't we practicing this? When somebody says, oh, that's ugly, can't you shift your viewpoint and find the beauty in it? When somebody says, oh, they're wrong, can't you shift your viewpoint and look at a perspective of what it means to them? When you say, I give up on life, can't you shift your perspective and find out what it is you need to pass through that's blocking you in your limited belief system to shift the viewpoint and dare to endeavor what you want? Limited beliefs, perspective and judgments. People sharing their pain with you. We're great to share our pain with each other, aren't we? Oh, don't do that. It scared the heck out of me. I did that and oh my God, I was so afraid. Sit down, relax. In your limited belief system, you shift your viewpoint, you shift your perspective, you make a different decision, you move on your life. You navigate through the story that you're stuck in. You navigate past the trauma. And I'll make one more point before we move on. Does the past define my future? What does the past do? You shift your viewpoint. Say it out loud. You shift It teaches us. It teaches us the lessons learned that we need to learn. But the here and now defines our future. What you believe right here, right now, defines your future. Yes, this happened to me in the past, and the lesson learned is, oh, I won't repeat that. Or I know the signs if that starts happening again, I'm going to make a different decision. But our here and now, our belief system, right here, right now, defines our future. So is there ever a time that you can't shift how you live, what you do, why you do it? Is there ever a time? No. So don't give me, I'm too old to do this. It's too late for me. I'm stuck in the corner and there's so many responsibilities, I just can't shift it. We have to dig deep, past our patterns, past our habits, past the status quo, and bring out the courageous person within us and make a different decision. And not allow other people's limited beliefs projected onto us that would dictate how we move through life from impacting us. Judgment is a manipulation of behavior. I want you to do something, I'm going to say, Philip, you need to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? But why would I project that onto you? I want and I have an agenda, an outcome for how I want you to behave. And if you accept that as your truth, I got you. How many of us accept projections as our truth? So, I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm going to take you on a journey with the Earth Mother and her heartbeat. Her heartbeat is the drum. See, the very first thing we heard when we came as that energy being into the womb was our mother's heartbeat. Every one of us. And so that's why the drum moves us. Because she brings us back to the beginning of where all things were safe, where all things were. And then where you decide to go on your journey is up to you. But I invite you. So I'm going to have everyone come to the center. I would like you to form a circle. And I would like that circle to be shoulder to shoulder. You don't have to hold hands, just shoulder to shoulder. Giving support to the being next to you. Okay, now, a little bit tighter, please, and I'm going to come out on the outside. Come out, come out. Tighter, tighter. There you go. Everybody there? Now turn around. Ah, you didn't expect that. Beautiful. I invite you to go on a journey with me. I invite you to close your eyes. You can come to the circle too. She can. If she wants to, she's more than welcome. You're going on a journey. Listen to the heartbeat. Allow yourself to let go. Allow your eyes to close. Shoulder to shoulder, making sure that you're supporting the person next to you. They may need your help. And see, We didn't come here to be individuals. We're energetic beings. So we support one another. kai o I te o tatea na wajinielo ie o e Ate waziata na wajinielo wamayankayo Ite o tatea na wajinielo ie o e Ate wio hiampata na wajinielo wamayankayo Ite o tatea na wajinielo ie o e Ate o kagata na wajinielo wamayankayo Ite o tatea na wajinielo ie o e Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Mampewa poka inon Tahon tai kai tai Iwe me itai Nunca ya mui what you say Nunca ya mui what you say Ya away down Ya away 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 ya Ya away now Ya away 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 ya Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Mampewa poka inon Tahon tai kai tai Iwe me itai Nunca ya mui what you say Nunca ya mui what you say Ya away now Ya away 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 ya Ya away now Ya away 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 ya Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Machi tambui ampigidi Machi tambui kunspe waebi Mampewa poka inon Tahon tai kai tai Iwe me itai Nunca ya mui what you say Nunca ya mui what you say Ya away now tambui ampigidi machi tambui kanspe waipi mampe wa poka ino taon tai kai tai iwe me itai nuka ya yamui e what you say nuka ya yamui e what you say nuka ya yamui e what you say. Repeat after me. I am the light. I live in the light. I laugh in the light. I love in the light. I am sustained and nourished by the light. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. I am that I am. I am. Just sit in the energy for a moment. Just allow. I'd like you to all go back to your seats quietly after you take a deep breath in and release it. And you're going to hold your circle. This is the toroidal field. Thank you. Hold the energy of the circle as you sit. It's okay. Go ahead. Toroidal, thank you.
What does that mean?
That is a torus. We form a torus. For those of you who don't know that, we form a torus when we stand in circle. Each one of your energy fields around you is a torus as an individual. This is my torus. But when we come together, we form one big giant torus. This is why people don't want others together. Because if the group sets their intention with one big toroidal field, I was a mathematics major, okay? And you set your intentions on the same thing, you are a force to be reckoned with. That's why everything in this world is about dividing and making us not like one another. Because that keeps you, for the lack of better words, weak. That keeps us weak. And when it keeps us weak and we don't gather our energy together, how can we battle the force as an individual? How can we make anything move as an individual? But when we come together as activists, it works. What makes you think that if we came together for energetics, it wouldn't work? There is power when we come together. There is power when we stop looking at the differences in one another. There is power when we pull it together and we set a plan and we set something in motion and we focus on it. And the beauty in that is so powerful. That's why we've been told, oh, she's different. Oh, she's rich. Oh, she's poor. Divide and conquer. And that comes from colonizing. That doesn't even come from you. That comes from years and years and years and years, from slavery to master. How do you keep the person always down, oppressed, doing what you say do? Show them the differences and make them feel they're smaller than what they are. None of us came here to play small, and especially now. We chose this time. We signed up the contracts and said, we're coming. And we came. We came through one of the toughest times on this earth. So recognize one another as spiritual brothers and sisters. Recognize what you can do to lift your brother or your sister up, even when they can't see it for themselves. Lift yourself up. For you are powerful, and I'm honored to be here with each one of you. And what you bring, and the value that you bring, and the love and the light and the joy and the truth that you bring, standing in your power. We heard a lot today. You guys get a sense of my work and how I talk and how I speak and how I share. So I'm going to take you on a nicer journey, not as intrusive, but I'm going to give you a break. And then what we're going to do is we're going to meet over the mats and we're going to do a nice relaxing meditation. Just relaxing, just to let go and relax of like, we made it through the day.
That was so powerful. I mean, I wept and I wept. I've never experienced that before, but I felt the heartbeat, as an infant being born, and the drum was so powerful. It's like, we get attacks, things happen in our lives, and it's like we get knocked down and we get back up again. It was very, very, very powerful. And at that point, I just like to say, let's send light out into the world, into the universe. Everything that's going on now that's wrong, let's send this, what do you call it, portal?
This torus of energy.
Torus of energy, to wherever it's needed most right now, because we're all doing pretty good.
Yes, you are. Excellent, thank you. Does anyone want to share? I didn't give you, I was going to have you share after the meditation, but we can share now if you want to. Please, go ahead.
I wanted to chant with you. Like I got the pattern and I just was like feeling the beat and I was like transported to another time and space and was feeling like a grandmother.
Beautiful. You probably are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was scared at first when you started banging real loud because I'm clairaudient, so my sense of hearing is super hypersensitive.
I understand that for some of you, and I apologize, but so you went through a release. I released you.
Those two women on my side was holding me up without even.
That's why I knew that we needed to be shoulder to shoulder. You've been released. Another layer of the onion has been peeled.
So when you hit that loudest first drum beat, I saw on both sides of my head blue squares, like blue light. Blue squares, like blue light. And that happened probably twice around, and then it's gone. So I saw a lot of colors. I saw blue, I saw purple, I saw white. But it was beautiful, and I just was anticipating what was coming next. And then it just quieted down.
Anybody else want to share? Please do.
I almost started singing it aloud and chanting.
You could have.
The words were coming to me, but I was like, how do I know this? Am I going to offend if I start singing it? And my feet felt like they were almost coming up off the ground.
So that's a lesson. Thank you for pointing that out, and we'll get to you. Trust yourself. Trust your first instinct. Trust it, trust it, trust it. We always ignore it. We justify other things that would have us do something different. Trust yourself. And we use guilt and shame to manipulate our own behaviors. We use guilt and shame to manipulate our own behaviors by justifying, oh, I have to do it. So if you want to sing, you're welcome to sing. Trust yourself. And if nobody likes it, that's their stuff. Right? Stand in your truth. Where were you? Oh. I'm disoriented.
I just have to say, I reiterate all that was just said here, but your voice. Let's not forget, your voice is beautiful. Yeah. And I think the voice has a whole lot to do with what comes after this.
Where is that from?
So,
It seemed like it changed. It seemed like it went from different.
It does. And so we sing to open up a vortex. We sing to transmute the energy, right? Because what did I do? I cleared you all. So what is that energy sitting right in here, right? So the first song is a Lakota ceremonial song by Joseph All Around Him. And what I said is I present you all to God in the 4 directions, in the north, the south, the east, and the west. They are ready. They come to you. They are ready. And then the second song is Machi by Ulali, okay? And that is to celebrate the celestial lands around you and that we are a part of them. And I sing until the energy is transmuted, so you guys did well, because sometimes I sing 4 or 5 songs. I want you to know I rehearsed and practiced because I knew it was 40 people. So, do guilt and shame really exist? So, why do we choose the truth of guilt and shame? Because for me, it doesn't exist.
Because I've been programmed.
Exactly, right? So if I choose for guilt and shame to no longer exist, how much power does someone have over me? Right? So if I automatically say, you're projecting guilt and shame, how I give away my power? How I give away my power is by accepting it as my truth. And if I accept it as my truth, I just gave away my power to whoever projected it onto me. So I choose not to let it exist for me. Because I'm not going to give away my power. You don't like what I did? That's your stuff. You don't like how I said it? That's your problem. It's not my problem. But that's not my truth. And I've had people do that to me. Oh, well, if you changed your clothes and you wore a little bit more corporate stuff, you might sell a little bit better. Did I ask you that? Did I say that I wanted to look I didn't want to look corporate, so if you can't do your job, then you shouldn't be talking to me. I asked you to market. Right? But I could have said, oh, no, the way I dress is just not good enough, so I really need to change that. I need to.
You'll be your authentic self.
I can't be my authentic self. Now, how do we manipulate our own behaviors based on the same things?
Well, I mean, we do it to ourselves.
We do it to ourselves, and we use guilt and shame to do it, right?
Or the collective consciousness imposing
It on you.
what you're supposed to look like, what
Right.
you're supposed to feel like,
Right.
There's so much of that.
So let's talk about guilt and shame in our own right when we impose it on ourselves. All I'm trying to do is manipulate my own behavior by justifying that I'm going to do something when I know good and well I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Correct? So we're constantly manipulating our own behaviors with guilt and shame. Why? Because probably when we were younger, it was projected onto us, starting with our parents, right? To get us to do what they wanted us to do. Be the observer and stop wearing your emotions on your sleeves, which reacts to what is being projected back onto you, and then that manipulates your behavior, doesn't it? But if you're the observer, and you said, and somebody manipulates your behavior, and so that's interesting, and you just keep on doing exactly the way you chose to go, they no longer have power over you. Be the observer. Okay, let's take a 10-minute break, and then we'll meet you on the mats. Thank you.